Please welcome Austin Krauss! Austin Krauss!
Hello, hello. So my name is Austin Krauss. Thank you. Some news in my life. I recently stopped a home break-in. Yes. See, just listen, it's good. It's a little bit more complicated than that. So it all went down a couple Saturdays ago at 4:30 a.m. I was home alone and I woke up to somebody slamming on my apartment door and trying to get in. Now, at first, I wasn't scared, and that's just because I was too confused to be scared. See, a couple moments before that, I was dreaming that I was racing horses down the Amalfi Coast. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't choose my dreams, I just experience them. So when I finally came to my senses, I realized somebody's trying to break into my apartment. And I don't know if anyone in the audience has experienced something like that, but it is some scary shit. Especially if you're like me and your only training in self-defense is, hey, Alexa, call 911. The funny thing is, the first time I told that joke, I said, hey, Siri, and I was trying to figure out why the cops were showing up, and it's because I called 911. It is true, they will show up. So I had to figure out what was going on. I wanted to investigate this sound. So I started tiptoeing towards the door, and as I was doing so, my heart started pounding, my hands started sweating, my whole life was flashing before my eyes. I was thinking, oh my God, I'm going to die. And I was like, I'm not ready to die. I haven't traveled the world. I haven't actually raced horses. And who's gonna pay all of my college debt? And then that last one really got me because I was like, you know what? Maybe I am ready to die. It's funny. I almost fell for that get out of jail free card until I started imagining Wells Fargo calling me in the afterlife and saying, hey, Austin, yes, our records indicate that you were murdered recently. We're very sorry to hear that. Are you gonna have any trouble making next month's payment? And then I knew if Wells Fargo is calling me in heaven, then I'm not in heaven, I'm in hell. But then it hit me, I'm going to hell. And I tried to figure out, what did I do wrong with my life? Like, why? And then I remembered there was that fraternity trip to Vegas. But what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, so there's no way Jesus knows about that. So, I mean, now I know not only am I gonna die, but one of my friends is a snitch. And I was not having any of that. So I was like, I need to survive this moment and get my life back on track. So I started thinking, what are my options? Well, I forgot to brush my teeth last night, so like maybe I could just breathe on them. But like I have personal space issues, so that's just not gonna work out. So I was thinking, okay, there's a sharp knife in the kitchen, but that's my roommate's cooking knife, and he would be so pissed if I killed somebody with it. Like, let's be real. So then I remembered, or I thought of rather, option number 3. Now, option number 3 was to boil a pot of water. Straight up, hear me out. We've already established that I have no skills when it comes to self-defense. So I'm thinking my best hope is to boil a pot of water, throw it in this person's face, and then just beat the hell out of them. Which is why that is literally exactly what I decided to do. So I got a pot of water, I put it on the stove, and then I turned that bad boy on. And then now I'm waiting for the water to boil. What do I do while I'm waiting for the water to boil? I got nervous, so I started thinking, okay. I'll be productive. I'll practice my swing. So I started imagining myself throwing this pot of water in this person's face, right? You know what I mean? I'm hitting all of the angles with my good form. And then it hits me, what if they're tall, right? I'm 5'7", you know what I mean? And that's on my dating profile. So, I mean, at this height, the best I'm gonna be able to do is throw a pot of boiling water in their crotch. And that's not bad, but remember, I'm competitive. I race horses in my dreams. So I'm not about to half-ass this. So I thought that I need height. I mean, I've always needed height, but now I really need height. So I started thinking, where can I get height? And I remembered my roommate has a suitcase, right? He's been bragging about it. It's such high quality. TSA needs a special key to get into it, whatever that means. So I thought, okay, let's test this thing out. So I went into his room and I grabbed the suitcase. I come back, put it on the floor right next to the door. I step on top of it. And I'm like, damn, this is like really high quality. I was like, this is legit. So I look back at the pot of water and it's not boiling. I mean, what did I expect? It's been like 2 minutes. So I'm like, okay, it might be lukewarm. And then I hear a click, and I know the door's about to open. So I just grab this pot of water, I'm standing on the suitcase, I see a body start to enter the room, and I just throw this tepid water right in their face. It was my roommate. And he's pissed. And now I know I'm in hot water. Thank you, that's all my time.
Austin Krauss.